And I was influenced by a lot of black avant-garde music from Chicago. So I wanted to go to Chicago, and I did series of.
But you came straight from Japan to Chicago.
No, I went to Ohio.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went to Ohio and I went to New York. Then I could not find the kind of avant-garde people that I liked. And there was a great band called Art Ensemble of Chicago, which was completely, it's a black avant-garde music from the 60s. So those people really, really interested me. And Chicago has this very strong organization called AACM, Association of Advancement of Creative Musicians. I think it's called Association for Advancement of Creative Musicians, AAC. So people like Art Ensemble of Chicago, Fred Anderson, Fred Hopkins, and Sun Ra, and all these avant-garde people. I really, really, really loved it. Yeah, and also during the 70s, I was also interested in experimental films. Right, so from the 70s. And Chicago, the School of the Art Institute had a faculty member that are really, really, really famous American avant-garde filmmakers teaching the classes. And I wanted to come and see these people, and I wanted to come and see these black avant-garde jazz music. Yeah, so I went.
Did you have experience with film before?
Yeah, I was making independent films in Japan during the 70s. Yeah, right. Not the college, high school.
High school.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I pretty much spent most of my teens life in underground theater, playing music and making movies. The literature during the late 60s and 70s are also very, very interesting. I think you have some guys like, I think, famous poet, the punk poet like Charles Bukowski. I think that he's from San Francisco or something.
We had the beat poets.
Yeah, beat poets. Right.
Corso.
Yeah,
Ginsberg and all those.
Right.
Yeah.
So those guys, it really, really interested me. And Japan during the early 70s, we had all this, stuff. And I was only like maybe 12 or something.
Wow.
But it's kind of I guess I will talk about this in Asian Art Museum later next year. When you grew up in that particular world, your life is advanced in some sense because you have this experience with you're a kid, but you also have this tremendous experience with this with culture, So.
Did you go out to try to find it yourself, or did you have someone influence you in how you grew up, your thoughts and your philosophy?
No, I think basically I was attracted to all these artists and writers.
At 12 years old.
Theater, yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Interesting. Francis told me that you are in your shamisen, you are more of a improviser. You do a lot of improv with your shamisen.
Right, because it's a geisha house music.
So that's more geared towards improv rather than a classical score that you read off of.
Because you basically plays everything. You whatever it was out there on the street that people sing, and you are able to play that song. It's a work of geisha music is that you have to be able to play everything. Yeah.
And it's mostly upbeat music, entertainment music.
The popular music.
I see.
Right. And the classical music.
Oh, really? You have to learn that too.
Right.
Well, how did you combine the two, classical, shamisen with your bass, your jazz? So was it all the same thing? Was it all the same?
Yeah, it was. So that was from the 70s art tradition, right? Because late 60s. So in the late 60s, like in the Japanese composer, Toru Takemitsu, and those guys we knew because my theater that I belong in, they hang out with those people, right? So they're like out there artists doing this really strange music with a Japanese classical instruments
really?
and saxophone and.
Was it a popular movement or a lot
No,
of people
well,
involved?
it was a popular movement among the artists. We did a lot of this experiment, and I joined this theater where I did a lot of taiko drumming, and that's what I'm teaching right now to this kid.
It seems like you're having fun in the teaching the kids the taiko.
Yeah.
again,
Oh yeah. That's because
there's a lot
that's
of energy. I feel a lot
to
of
me.
energy.
That is it's a very strange feeling of I'm teaching them the songs I played when I was their age. I was 15, 16, 17 years old when I was playing this song.